not just concerned with the material. Always I felt he was having a larger conversation. He was so aware of things around him, you know. So what I've learned from him are tools that I can use in any film. Every time I use one of those tools, I thank Irrfan and I keep him alive. Aditya is very good looking, but he's not that good looking that I would forget my lines. Hi, I'm Tillotama Shome and you're watching me on ETimes.
Hello and welcome to ETimes. My name is Jagash and today we have this Tillotama Shome. Tillotama, first of all, the Night Manager 2, or 1 actually, however you want to call it. You're doing a role which was played by Olivia Colman.
Yes.
Who actually won the Golden Globe for this particular role itself.
Oh my God, thank you. No pressure.
But were you aware about this when you began to?
I was very aware. I was made aware by everybody. I mean, in my very first meeting, everyone who came, hi, I'm so and so, and you know the part you're playing, it's Olivia Colman. I was like, I know, guys, I know. Like this is too much pressure, and that day itself, I realized, and I told my directors, I'm not going to watch the show because I'm a huge fan of Olivia Colman. And I think her career graph is insane.
Yeah,
she has done years of work away from the limelight. The Golden Globe that you're talking about is a very recent phenomenon. Her work from, like, you know,
2000, before that
like
actually.
Tyrannosaurus, this film she had done was incredible. The show, like, and she's insanely like gifted, and I knew that if I watched the original and I watched the choices she has made, I will not be able to unsee it. And I knew that our context as raw agents and someone in Delhi and someone in London would be very different.
True.
So why see something that you can't unsee? And why put myself in that position? So I told them I'll read the adapted screenplay only.
Okay.
So please don't make any references to the, you know, in the show how she does that look can you give us? I'm not watching the show. You know, so yeah. And I told people, please don't remind me that Olivia Colman played this part. It makes it harder. You know?
So I can look at your career in part 1, part 2. I think in the sense, ever since Sir released, things changed for you. Is how I see it.
I agree.
I guess for a change, people began putting you in bigger pictures, in bigger stories.
Yes.
Did you also notice that part?
Oh yes, you know, it was a fiercely independent film made by the director with finances she had gathered on her own. No one backing the film, you know, and 2 actors, no stars.
Yeah.
You know, and like Gitanjali Kulkarni, Vivek Gomber, me. I mean, you know, all of us have done theatre and a lot of independent films, and it was independently produced, and it did so well on, you know, that I think producers and directors could, they had an example that, yeah, you can cast an actor like her and it can work without, you know, a big star attached to it. And I think that was important. Rohena Guerra gave us that opportunity to shine and to be considered, and thanks to her, you know, and then I think another turning point quickly after that, I think cemented it, was being part of a well-received show like Delhi Crime, you know, and I think that since then the narrative, I think it just picked up.
So when you began with Monsoon Wedding in movies, 99, you've been part of independent cinema. Was that the career you always chose for yourself, or it just happened, just panned out that way, that one independent film after another, it just panned out that way?
I never actually had thought of a career in acting. I was pursuing my academia. I had an academic life planned out. I was doing my master's in English literature from Lady Shri Ram College. And when I started doing theatre there, under my senior was Anurupa Roy, who is one of India's finest puppeteers. She took me under her wing, and thanks to her kind generous spirit, I was able to transform myself from a very, very underconfident young woman with a stammer. My father had a stammer, and
I have.
and you know how it is, right? When you are really supported, you can really control it, you know. And I was given such tremendous support by Anurupa and my seniors in Lady Shriram College that I could even imagine a life being an actor because of them. Otherwise, it would have been impossible, you know. But after my stint in LSR, I never thought of it as a profession because nobody in my family did acting as a profession. I only thought it could be a hobby you know. And so I pursued my second master's. I wanted to do, I did my bachelor's and then I did my master's from Delhi University in English Literature. And it was between my bachelor's and my master's that Dilip Shankar, the casting director of Monsoon Wedding, saw me in a play, and
you became Alice.
and I became Alice. But Alice decided to go and study. Alice went off to New York and continued to be in a wonderland. And even though I was told that, you know, it's career suicide, Monsoon Wedding's done really well, you should come to Bombay. But I really wanted to follow a path I had already decided.
Was that Irrfan Khan who met you at the Lincoln Center who told you why you so
Yes,
unhappy?
yes. It was during the screening of Namesake. There was a special screening of Namesake in New York, and that's where he met me, and backstage. And he has this uncanny quality to, I don't know, to look through me, you know, and he could look right within me, and he realized that I was very unhappy in America and my time there was up. My honeymoon period with America was over. And he said, "Go, come back." And I did. I did come back.
Do you miss it?
Yeah.
I miss it a lot.
Yes. But, you know, I have to say that he has given me a lot. He has given all of us so much. You know, the kind of work, the body of work, the diversity of roles he's played, and that I was so lucky to have had so many opportunities to work with him.
Yeah, you did Kissa with him, Shadow
Yes,
of Times.
and I got to play, yeah, Shadows was my first, and then Kissa, then Hindi medium, English medium, and but for me it'll be most precious that that I could play his son, and that I had so many opportunities to learn, and what I've learned from him and what I learned from Anup Singh on the set of Kissa are tools that I can use in any film. Every time I use one of those tools, I thank Irrfan and I thank Anup and I keep him alive. Every time I, you know, talk to a tree or see an amazing bird and the bird stops for me and the flower blooms for me, and I get to walk in a beautiful forest and I get to experience, and I'm reminded of the vastness of the universe. I feel like I'm talking to Irrfan because that was what I learned from him. You know, he was not just concerned with the material. He was always, I felt he was having a larger conversation. He was so aware of things around him, you know, and so.
Sorry to take down that road. I'm really sorry, but
No.
So do you feel that somehow success came to you later? Does that mean that like more people are seeing your work now? Do you think that somewhere because of the current work, your past work will get a second chance with the audience?
I don't know. I hope it does. I can only say that I'm glad that the foundation of this building is strong. And foundations are not visible, right? And mine took 20 years to build. So I think whatever floors are now being built will stand the test of time, hopefully.
I really want to take you back to your other show called Tooth Pari. I really loved your Nakra in it, the
Thank
makeup
you.
of Meera in it.
Thank you so
Did
much.
that come very easily to you? Or did that...
No, that was very hard. And I think Pratim is crazy to have cast me in that part. I felt so obliged to live up to his expectations, because no one's offered me something like that.
Yeah.
And he saw me in a way that, and I think very few filmmakers have done that for me. Like, you know, Konkona is one of them, but she's a very close friend.
Yeah.
So she has seen me differently, you know. But I didn't expect it from Proteem, someone who doesn't know me at all. So I'm very, very grateful that he could imagine me in a part like that and give me something.
I like
You
the
know,
poise you had in it and the nakara you
I had
spoke
dance
with,
classes, I had
as
Urdu
well,
classes, like so I had Kathak classes, Urdu classes to prepare, you know.
I loved the entire world which he made for
Yeah.
the Dracula, as
Yes.
how I call it.
The vampires.
The vampire.
Yes.
Sorry, the vampire. But
Yes.
yeah. So coming back to your night manager, how has Aditya's approach to you in the scenes? How is that working with him?
Like really easy. He has his own process. We never interfered with each other's process, and he's very comfortable in his skin. And like our directors knew that both of us are actors with different, you know, I guess styles and approaches, and yeah, but he does a lot of homework. Once I saw all his notes and I went back and I was like, I should also
Really?
Yeah, he's very meticulous. Every scene he has written pages and pages of notes, and he's really hardworking. But on set, you know, I've heard of actors telling other actors how to do things or give tips. We had none of that. It was very like, I trust you, you know, to do, you know, and it was very mutual, the trust, and we believed in our directors that they will direct us if we are going wrong. And it was really fun to play with someone who's so relaxed and.
Does it become like a good problem to have someone who's so good looking in the frame? I think he's very good looking.
He's
he's
absolutely
good.
Women
Find him very good looking.
He's not just good looking. I'm sure a lot of men find him good looking too, and he's very, very charming. But no, I never thought that that's a problem, because yeah, man. What's the question again? Is it a problem to have someone very good looking? Or, I don't know, you have to ask Aditya this. I don't have a problem.
A lot of people actually get there are times when a lot of actors actually, when they have someone so good looking in front of them, they often forget their own lines.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a lot of times
Aditya is very good looking, but he's not that good looking that I would forget my lines. You know? And I don't think, this is the first of a kind, huh? This question, I have to say.
Because the number of women or girls I've come across who just say that they want to stare at Adi.
Great.
Just stare at him.
That's wonderful. So thanks to him, they'll come and watch the show.
No, they're already watching the show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tillotama. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much. Thank you.